Hello everybody, this is Houston Brown with Houston Brown Photography, and in this video we're going to cover the Adobe Creative Cloud Mobile. Now this is something, if you're a Creative Cloud subscriber, which most of you probably are, if you're not, you should be. It really is a good deal. $10 a month for Lightroom and Photoshop is really reasonable. So anyways, with this Creative Cloud, what you can do on the mobile devices, you can obviously run Lightroom on your iPad and on your iPhone. I don't find it very useful on the phone, but on the iPad it is. And I don't really use it for editing, although you can use it for editing and choosing images and starring them and ranking them and all that other stuff we did in the previous video. You can't export, of course, but what you can do is if you carry your iPad around, then you can use it as to show portfolio images, but more importantly, you can send them to your clients before you send them, say, the master images to have them critique or make comments on, if that's part of your workflow. If it's not, then you can ignore this whole thing. But it is still pretty cool, and this is worth looking at. It shouldn't be that long of a video because it's pretty simple to do. So I'm going to go back to this sample image folder that I have here, and I'm only going to select a few images. So I'm just going to randomly pick a couple of images. Let's say that some of these are starred, and these are our favorite images. And unfortunately, what you have to do in order to sync to Creative Cloud is that your images have to be in a collection. So we have to take these images. I'm going to go down here to my collections area. I'm going to hit the plus sign. Now I have a real estate section down here. So I'm going to add a collection, create a collection. I want to put it inside of, where do we go? Real estate right there. And we're going to call it, I'm going to call it test collection. And we want to include the selected photos. If you were normally doing this, of course, you could filter them using your stars or however you want to do it. Select them all and do the same thing. I want to set it as a target collection because I may want to go back later and add or whatever, but not a bad thing to do. And then right here, here's the key, is sync with Lightroom Mobile. So all I'm going to do is hit create. And as you can see, it is putting in test collection here. And the visual cue to let you know that it's syncing with the with Creative Cloud is this little double arrow, almost looks like this little double arrow thing. I don't even know what to call it, but it's that icon there. You can see all of these are synced up. I have lots more synced up here underneath test client. But anyways, that'll only take a second. As that's doing that, if you look up here, you can click this button that says Make Public. So I'm going to click Make Public, and you are welcome to go to this URL if it's still there by the end of this video. And now you can take this link. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to say copy to clipboard. So now you can email that to your client. So let's see what that's going to look like in a browser. So now we've gone over here and went to that link. So if your client clicked on the link, this is what they're going to see. So they can click on these images, they can page through them. If they're savvy enough, I suppose they could do a screen capture and run away with your images, but I've never had that issue. Now, one thing that I really like about this is, now you would probably have to do some explaining to clients, but if you come over here into this little comment box and I click that, you'll see that they can leave a comment over here. The horrible thing about this whole thing, which is a huge deal breaker, especially for clients, I wish they would not make you do this, is that you have to be signed in. So they have to go and get a Adobe account and blah, blah. So you can imagine that's a showstopper. Now, if it's a client that you're going to be doing this to quite frequently, it would be worth it. But for onesie twosies, it's definitely not worth it. So I'm going to click. So I'm going to click sign in to comment. Well, do I even know what this is? I just used that. All right, so now I am signed in, so I could write a comment about this. This is a really great pic of you. So I'm going to hit post comment. So you think, okay, great, what's the big deal? Well, what's nice about it is if I go back into Lightroom and I go to this, where was it? Test collection. Look at this little yellow icon right here. That lets me know that there's a comment. And then you look at your images here and there is the little yellow icon letting you know that there's a comment. So I click on this image, I scroll down to the bottom here and it says one comment. So I twirl this down and sure enough, there it is. I left me a comment. So your clients could do this and you see the comment and you can have dialogue within Lightroom itself. To me, that is very, very cool. Now, admittedly, I only use this with a couple of clients, but they loved it. They absolutely loved the fact that it was right there. They could communicate back and forth. You don't have to use messy emails with links, and you know exactly what image you're talking about. How many of you have said, well, can you do this? You know that image with the chair that's in it turned to the, you know, and then you mistake it for something else. I mean, that's happened to me plenty of times. So it doesn't matter what nomenclature you decide to use on your images. If you rename them when you send them, it doesn't matter because here it is attached to the exact image. Now you notice that once I've looked at the comment and read it, this little icon is no longer yellow. But if I go back to the website and commented on yet another image, let's just put anything in here. I'm going to hit post comment. We'll go back to Lightroom. And as soon as this syncs up, which should just take about a second here, there, you can see the comment just showed up on this image, and you can see the text that I just put in. So really, really helpful in the aspect of using this with your clients. Now let's talk about what it's going to look like on your iPad or iPhone. And this is just good for just sharing with other friends, with other colleagues that you might want to get some opinions on. And I'm not talking about the comment field, I'm just talking about sharing this link and them using it. But if you're out with your iPad, on your iPad, you need to have the Lightroom Mobile app installed as well as your mobile device, your iPhone if you want. So let me bring that up and show you what it looks like on an iPad. So you can see here I have Lightroom Mobile stored on I have Lightroom Mobile on my mobile. I have Lightroom Mobile on my iPad, so I'm just going to tap on Lightroom. It's going to bring it. I've already had it running, so it came up pretty fast. And this is what you're presented with. And then you can see my test collection has already uploaded. It's already there. So if I click on this, or if I tap on this, and I tap on the image again, then I can just scroll back and forth. And you can see you can look at it in various ways. You can do local adjustments, edit presets, etc. I don't really use that personally. I know a lot of people that do, or I know several people that do. And then if I just tap on the screen, that gets rid of all that other stuff, and then I can just swipe left and right. Now these images aren't finished products, but I have to tell you, let me go back here. These images on your iPad, not these images, but your images too, are going to look absolutely fantastic. So I'll bring up that same house. These are the finished products, but the images on this iPad, if you're sitting with a client or you're just showing anybody, they look 10 times better than they look here. I mean, they look absolutely fantastic. Now this will also work on your iPhone. It's the same deal. All I had to do was so that's it. That's really all there is to Creative Cloud. So that's it. That's all there is to Creative Cloud. Well, you guys, that is the end of the series, and I want to thank you guys for watching. And please leave a comment below if you enjoyed the video, the series. If you enjoyed the series or even this one video. Echo, shut up. If you enjoyed the video or the series, please leave your comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Or if you have to, you can press the other one as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.